Hi everyone! Before we start the episode, we wanted to give a huge thank you to our new Patreon supporters, Alex and Sandra. You guys are amazing, we love you, and if you ever need to swap for holodeck time, just let us know. Okay, where did we leave off?
We're about to get fucked up, is what we left off with. We're about to get fucked up.
You were in Professor Rialto's
Dr. Rialto's lab.
Dr. Rialto's lab.
With the snail. The happy snail.
The snail. You found lots of pictures of the snail.
That adorable fucking snail.
Yes, with the top hats.
His hat's changed based on what the theme of the picture was. So sometimes maybe he's wearing like a straw hat or like a beret.
Right.
Or,
the new Mario with all the different outfits.
Yeah, there you go.
Hat for all seasons type of slug. He was a slug, not a snail, by the way.
So you were in the lab looking at slug pictures. Actually, Loxus, Posa was kind of looking around to see if he was related to the cult or the rebels at all. So you didn't find anything. And Loxus, because she was standing back sort of in a slightly different part of the house, just watching you guys.
She was in the fridge.
Yeah, she was snacking.
She found like a Hungry Man meal that she heated up and was leaning on the counter. And she saw through the window 4 figures approaching the back door of the lab, and then after a little bit, kaboom! The door blows up.
But I said we had company just slightly before that.
Yeah, so you guys you weren't surprised by it.
Okay.
I mean, you might have been surprised by the explosion,
right?
But you knew somebody was at the back door. So it's not like they have a surprise round or anything on you. Nothing like that. Their cover was blown.
Since we all have 2, except for Dee Dee,
yes,
quicks, I'm picturing in my mind's eye the back door of the lab where the explosion took place. Like the 2, like I would probably be closest to that because was it me and Penny who were like packing up the actual records?
It was you and Posa. Penny was like snooping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was snooping, but I was also packing. So yeah, we were kind of tandem.
You were kind of going through his house and looking for notebooks and stuff to pack up. Yeah,
would probably be closest to the action, is my thought.
So probably you and Penny, right?
I was snooping in the living room. Penny was.
Oh, that's right, because you found the slug, right? Yeah. So, okay. So yes, it would be Shakel and Posa. Loxus and Penny aren't that far away, but you guys, Posa and Shakel, are right there when it happens in the lab.
Does anybody get hit with anything?
Describe this explosion for us, Storymaker.
They're gonna go before you guys. So what you see is 4 people. The door blows wide. There's a bunch of dust. Some papers probably flutter up in the air, right? Maybe some test tubes break as collateral damage in the nearby area. But the door pretty much gets like... It's like a metal door, so it doesn't splinter, but it just bows out and like breaks off its hinges from the impact. And then they just sort of kick it open and it swings wide. So actually, I would say not too much in the lab does actually get damaged because the force actually just ruins the way the door is seated in the frame, not so much like blows up the room. So they kick it open, and what you see is 4 people. 2 of them they actually kind of look like the rebels you saw at the convention center. You know, they're wearing... I guess we never described what the rebels looked like.
They looked like Antifa.
Yes, that's right.
And they had like bandanas on them.
I was just gonna say bandanas, black outfits, very rebel-like, covering their face. And then actually two other biplasians, and they're all biplasians, so they're shorter, right? But two other biplasians who are wearing like reinforced body armor. So like something like a Kevlar vest or something like that, right? So
Is it like military grade, or does it look like special ops, or just...
It looks like it used to be military grade, but it's a pretty hodgepodge now. Like, it's seen a lot of action, and it's been repaired multiple times.
So still part of the resistance, obviously.
Yes, yeah. They're not wearing bandanas over their face, but they are in similar style clothes underneath their body armor.
Does their body armor consist of helmets, or can we see their faces?
No, they're not wearing helmets at all. You can definitely see their faces. They're not hiding their identities. And they they bust in and they're like, "We're gonna kill every last one of you."
Oh,
That's aggressive.
No two ways about that.
All four of them will level their phasers on. We'll make it fair. Both Posa and Shakel, you each are gonna take 2 shots. So let me roll for them.
Can I bring up real quick that I still have an X in the number 2 box under my stress?
Oh yeah, that happened at the convention center earlier today. So you hurt your knees somehow, right? You scraped up your shit.
We even went to a hospital, so I feel like we could have used the dermal regenerator on that anytime.
You didn't say anything, so we're gonna say that you still have that injury. We'll say that you were moving so fast trying to get information that you didn't actually take time to heal yourself.
That does sound like Posa, actually.
It does.
Yeah.
You mean Posa, the one that went and put herself back in danger after Penny tried to save her ass? That one?
Oh, God. I did whine to Shakel to fix me, and she's like, "You have the same medical knowledge that I do." I said, "Oh, God."
Stand by that.
But then I didn't do anything about it, so.
Basically the equivalent of you have 2, like, slightly twisted knees. It doesn't feel good. Standing, you're probably okay, but, like, running quickly, you're going to have some sort of probably impairment. But in this, right now, it's not going to really affect you, other than the fact that box is crossed off and you won't be able to use it if you get injured again during this battle. Okay. My mans are gonna shoot at your mans.
Yeah.
Let's see. So we'll start with the first one. Oof. Okay, so that's let's say this is at Posa. Posa, I got 1 success, so now you get to roll a defense roll. And that will be using your, we'll say, because it's phaser work, we'll say quick. Melee will be forceful? What is it?
Correct. Forceful.
Forceful, and we'll say range stuff will be quick. So since this is a range defense, phaser fire, give me a quick defense roll. So roll 4 dice and tell me what you get.
Okay. 3.
Yeah, you don't take any of that damage. It just goes and fires right past you. So that was one of the little rebels. One of the bigger, well, they're not really bigger, but one of the ones in the body armor is going to shoot at you, Posa. So let's see.
I was trying to be nice to y'all assholes.
When was this?
The whole fucking time. I tried to get you guys to stop shooting them. I was trying to be on their side.
I know. You need to stop with that, obviously.
They got a, let's see, 2. So roll me another defense, and you have to beat a 2 with your quick score.
I got a 2.
Okay, we'll just treat that as you didn't get damaged either time. So Shakel, now they're going to come after you.
Come at me.
This is going to be the kind of nobody rebel first.
Bastard.
I'm sorry, but when you said come at me, I was like, come at me, broplasian.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
She'll be here all week. Shakel?
Yes.
That is a 5.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
It is a lot.
Isn't it? Yeah. Oof. Oof. Okay.
But what'd you get for your total?
1.
Okay, so that's...
You should use a fate point.
Shall I?
You can just tell us why. What are you doing that basically paint us a word picture on why you're rolling a fate point.
So like what is the reason that like I should do better than that
exactly.
little one? How about my telepathic awareness? Like,
sure.
Shouldn't I be able to dodge a thing better than that?
Right. You can anticipate what they're doing.
Oh boy. So wait, I don't roll again. I get a +2, yeah?
You can either take +2 or you can
I'm doing
re-roll.
a +2.
Well, I wonder if it's because you saw the outcome of the dice you rolled. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm psychic. I could see the outcome of that roll and it wasn't nice. Okay, so 3 is my total. So it's just 2 points of damage? Or 2 in my stress or consequence?
Yes, so you can check off the 2 box, you can check off the 3 box, although I don't recommend that. You can't check off the 1 box because it's more than 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Or you can do a consequence, right?
Well, if I got shot with a phaser, I would have an injury, right? So let's say they like hit me in the leg. Can I like have a lesser mobility in a mild consequence?
Yes. Let me just pull that up.
They got my knee.
Fate accelerated. Ouch! Now. Damage, stress, and consequences. Everyone's knees.
Okay, my hip. They got my hip. I did a little like dive,
shooting from the hip.
It hit me in the hip as I like dove out of the way.
So you have 3 slots to write consequences. Each one is labeled with a number. So in this case, it would be 2, right? Like stress, you use the 1 to absorb the points of damage that you took.
So I'm just going to type phaser hit to hip in the 2 consequence box.
They're saying something like sprained ankle or twisted ankle, something on that line of injury would be a mild consequence.
Well, so like phaser graze.
I think it would be more than a phaser graze. It's got to be something that actually has a consequence. A phaser graze doesn't really have a consequence.
Okay. I thought you were saying that my consequence was that phaser hit to hip was too severe because it's like a gunshot wound. That's what a phaser hit is. So I got shot by a gun in the hip is a pretty severe consequence.
Well, so what you have is something like you got a bum. Your hip is. Obviously not sprained because you got shot, but your hip is less mobile now. Right. Your hip is like Your hip is mildly immobilized, so you're not going to be able to do a lot of like jumps, kicks, and flips, right?
Correct.
So the next one's going to shoot you. Oh boy, that's 6.
Jesus.
Oh geez.
Jesus Christ. Okay, well that's not great, but that's not bad. 3. So 3 more points of damage to me. I guess I'll just put an X in this 3 box.
There you go. All right.
Am I on the ground? Because I dove.
No.
I dove to get out of the way of that first one with my that I got hit in the hip. So I think I'm on the ground behind a table now.
Okay. Posa, I guess it'd be Shakel then. Oh, I guess you guys both have 2, right?
No, I have 1.
Oh, that's right. So it would be Shakel that goes first. So Shakel, you.
Okay, so I'm on the ground. I'm quite wounded.
It's your turn. You can you discover or use an aspect of the situation. You can overcome something. I don't know what there would be to overcome, or you can attack. Movement is not really a. If you're going to just sort of move regularly, then that's not really, I don't think it would count as, your turn.
Unless I'm on the ground and I got a phaser to the hip, then in that case, I think that might be my whole turn if I tried to move.
Well, getting a phaser to the hip isn't your turn.
But if I tried to move with this injury, you know what I mean?
Well, if you're doing something very stylish like diving behind cover, then that would be your turn. But if you're like, I walk 5 feet back and then shoot, the walking 5 feet wouldn't be your turn. But if you're doing something more than sort of a simple movement, I would say that's what you do with your turn.
That's what I have done. And that is my turn.
Okay. So you're like, ah, shit, you got hit in the hip. You dive behind a table to take cover. That'll make it a lot harder for them to hit you in the future. So it would be Pose's turn.
So I kind of imagine that I was pretty near Shakel, and I feel like I would say that I probably ducked behind a counter or a desk or something. I'm not entirely sure what makes up the lab. But now I'm also thinking that maybe I'm in like partial cover because I was like, whoa, and I ducked down, and now Shakel is like right there with me. Like she moved away from the guys coming in and managed to be sort of like in the same cover as me.
I'm going to say that's also your turn.
Right.
Because they burst in, they shot you a bunch because you were just sort of standing out there in the open.
Right.
And then you would have the chance, now to shield yourself.
Okay, so then I'm going to go under full cover. I'm just going to squat down with Shakel.
Okay. Then Loxus, I think you're the next closest since you're just sort of out in the kitchen eating the freezer meal.
The hungry Klingon.
I'm literally chewing right now, which is why I didn't say
She's in character.
So, let me take a sip of wine.
Well, Loxus is real leisurely.
So, how close am I to these fuckers?
You're in, we'll say the kitchen is adjacent to the lab, but it's not the exact same room, so you have...
Do they see me? Do they know I'm there?
Because you're in a different room, and they're busy trying to shoot at Pose and Shakel.
All right, so I have a +2 forceful attack, and I've got the jump. Yeah, I wanna attack in such a way that I can take out multiple people if possible, even if it's just to knock them the fuck down.
Okay.
Well, seeing as she's like 8 feet tall and they're like 2, I think she can just...
They're pretty small.
That's right, they're tiny. Tiny little fuckers, creepy voices.
Just go in and start kicking fuckers.
It's their dialect. It's real harsh on my ears. To be perfectly honest.
Yeah, so if you can shoot them from back here, or I guess if you're trying to hit multiple ones, that would be maybe something more like, I don't know, do you have your batleth on you?
Yes. Yes. The answer is always fucking yes.
I mean, yeah, you do have a feat for it, don't you? So that would make sense.
Yes, I do.
So if you shoot them, I would say you can only shoot one this attack, unless you did something like what Danny tried to do 2 sessions ago, where she modified her phaser to have a wide beam. But otherwise, yeah, if you run up to him and use your batleth, I would say that you could maybe do like a swinging arc and try to hit multiple.
That's what I'm talking about. That is exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay, do it.
I'm just picturing like from Serenity with River and the Reavers, where she just is like ballet dancing with the swords, basically.
No power in the verse can stop me.
Yeah.
I want that, but you in a batleth but you have to bend over really far because they're so short.
Right. It's okay. I can bend over real far.
Awesome. Yeah.
Oh.
Jeez.
Keep it swinging. All right. All right. 3 plus 3 plus 2.
Whoa.
Okay. Oh yeah, because you're using your batleth. So that's
right.
8.
Hell yes.
Okay.
You kill all of them and we're done.
Right. And I'm just still looking at the slug pictures. Like, I don't even need to do anything.
What's going on in there? Okay. So I'll roll defense for 2 of them. We'll just say one. Who were you targeting? They're all kind of clumped together pretty neatly near the doorway.
I'm targeting those guys with those fucking vests because I know what that is, and I'm gonna go after those assholes first.
Okay. Let's see. So you got 8?
Yes.
So they weren't ready for this. And they see you come with the batleth. You fucking... Describe the scene. You definitely hurt them. So you definitely... They're going to... They each have a moderate consequence box, and I'm going to have to check this off for both of them. So just knowing that in mind, describe the scene.
Okay. So I gulp down my hungry man, take a swig of whatever the fuck there is, and start walking. Pull my batleth off from the back, and just, I mean, they're shooting, they're looking the other way, and I just come from the side straight at them and like jump, throw myself at them.
Is it in slow motion, and do you have music?
There's crumbs flying out of my mouth. A little bit of spit.
Oh man.
I just have death ray eyes. My teeth, my lips are curled back.
So your bat left takes out, we'll say, like, you get them in the torso and you slash them significantly. Like, this is not just a graze. This is, you take chunks of meat out of them with your bat left. Or you slice them real deep, we'll say, right? Because batleth is more, batleth is a little bit of everything, and you fucking cut them open real bad in the torso area, and they're bleeding, and they both of these, we'll call them, I guess, for lack of a better word, they seem to be like captains or leaders. They clutch their shitty armor, didn't do anything. You slice through this hodgepodge armor, and you realize, like, how it's really on its last legs, and you annihilate them. So they are not happy. They're not near dead, but
You shouldn't have shot at miladies.
this hurts bad.
Good.
Penny.
Yeah. So there's the two that are not armored that are still just chilling in there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And line of sight, how am I? Like, because what I'm picturing is that, like, the kitchen and the lab share a wall, and then there's, like, a little hallway kind of thing, and the living room is, like, if I hide behind the wall, I can, like, go around a corner and see them.
Yeah, that's what I was picturing, too.
Is that how?
Yeah, I think that's similar to what I was also picturing.
Cool. Okay, so I jump around the corner, and can I do the wide range phaser thing again? I want to be like, hey, new friend, your idea is awesome, and I'm going to take it.
I'm going to steal
Probably
it now.
like taught in the academy. I don't think I came up with it.
Shh, come on, Shikal.
You're like, this is the Shakel special.
Right, I'm trying to give you credit for this thing that I'm about to do, so just fucking take it.
You're the only person that remembered it, so we're calling it the Shakel.
There we go.
I'm gonna do the Shakel on these motherfuckers here.
So last time that we did that, I made Shakel spend a turn to modify her phaser. Yes. So I would say we would do the same thing.
Okay.
You would spend a turn calibrating, but then your next turn you could...
Well, I wouldn't have a next turn because Madam Batleth over there would have fucked him up, and I wouldn't have to.
I don't know about that. She said she's making it hard, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
go ahead and do your shiz.
They seem hurt, but they're not near death.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna spend a turn to make my wide range phaser thing.
Okay. You just do that. You don't need to roll. You haven't exposed yourself, right?
No, I have
You
not.
haven't.
Not like me.
Okay. So that's all of you. So it's their turn. They would have essentially a negative to attacking both Posa and Shakel, so they're not going to do that. They're deterred from that. Also, Loxus is standing right there looking scary as fuck, so all four of them are going to shoot her.
Bring it on, assholes.
All right, here we go. So we'll do the two captains first.
They're not subdued.
I was like, weren't they like unconscious or?
No, not
They
at
just
all.
have some blood.
Oh.
They're just bloodied.
They're not happy, but they're, like I said, not anywhere near death yet. So roll me 4 dice and add... They're shooting at you, Loxus, so use your quick. So roll 4 dice and add your quick score.
That would be a 1.
You take... Well, we'll resolve this. So that's 1 point of damage, essentially. So you have a stress box that has the number 1 in it. You can take that attack by simply just crossing off that 1.
Okay.
Okay, so the next captain is going to attack.
Fuck you.
Okay, roll me 4 dice and add your quick.
4.
Yeah, you're fine. Same thing. Then now one of the nobody rebels is shooting at you, so give me your defense.
2.
You're fine. Oh boy, they're not doing great.
You didn't do a good job.
Okay, so give me another roll. One more roll.
2.
Yep, you're fine. They all shot at you. You take one little hit. Basically, this would be a phaser graze, right? It hurts you, draws some blood, but it doesn't really have any actual consequence to you.
Great.
So, Shakel, you were hiding behind cover. You could shoot them?
I could.
Shoot him.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot him.
I'm wondering.
Shoot him.
I'm wondering if no, I guess shooting them would be the is that the most like powerful weapon in my arsenal? ATM at the moment. I guess for our listeners out there, do you know what that means? Sophie, if you're listening, it means at the moment.
Can you do like psychic stuff at them?
Well, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, I was thinking.
Okay.
I think I just have a thing that says telekinesis, so I don't think I have a like energy attack with my brains. Is that right, Susie?
Yeah. You don't have a brain attack yet. That was something we were gonna save for when you level up.
For later. So I was thinking, I was thinking of something like telekinesis, like picking up, like you said, the door was like half off the hinges. Can I like rip it off the hinges and like hit them with it? Or is that too advanced?
No, I think that's totally within your power.
That'd really like scare them. Do they know I have this power? They didn't seem to know anything about Enar when we originally landed here, whatever many sessions ago. They didn't know what I even was.
They are familiar. I would say I think they confused you with an Andorian.
Right, but Andorians don't have the psychic powers. I'm guessing that would take them off guard, and I wouldn't have to do any scooting, which on my hip would probably hurt.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to rip the door off the hinges the rest of the way and like smash somebody with it.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. You tell me which bad guy is nearest that door, or if I could maybe get 2 in one.
I would say they're all within reasonable. They're all basically like I told Loxus, they're all kind of clumped up together. So I would say the same for you. You'd have your pick of, how you want to come at it.
I want to hit as many targets as possible.
Okay, so I would say you could probably, it depends on how well you roll. So if you get if you succeed with style, maybe you could hit more than, we'll say to start out, you could probably clobber 2 people with the door.
Now this is one of my stunts. So does that give me a +2?
Yeah, read your stunt to me.
I forget now where this came from, but back when we were character creating, you gave me a list of size stuff I could pick from.
Yep, that's right. Your stunts, you didn't really write down traditional stunts. Your stunts are sort of, you picked 2 powers. One was telekinesis and the other one was something else.
It's awareness, just like an extra awareness.
Yep, okay.
So does that give me an advantage at all?
Yes, we'll say +2. The telekinesis is just part of who you are. I don't think I think that's just a part of your character.
So I'm definitely able to do this.
Yeah, so give yourself a +2, and then...
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Do you want me to roll a clever? It's my brain, so clever?
Yeah, we'll say clever, yes. Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. 5 without a +2. So do I do a +2 there?
Since it's a stunt, we'll say +2. So 7.
Nice.
All right. 7.
Oh, wow. That's succeeding with style, I believe. What I think I said was that if you succeed with style, you could hit more people. So if you succeed, you hit 2. If you succeed with style, you hit 3.
Great.
Okay, I'm going to roll their defense to see if they can negate any of that, and we'll see what happens. One of the nobody rebels, he's gonna take a mild consequence. He's gonna get we'll say a minor concussion.
Yeah, he got his bell rang.
Yeah. The next nobody, so who did you want to attack?
Literally, who is in the path of the door? Who's closest to the door? So I don't know what you envisioned. 2 on two nobodies on the outside and the two captains in the middle. In that case, it would be nobody, captain, nobody, right?
Yeah, I was thinking a nobody and two captains.
Yeah.
So the nobody rebel gets a mild concussion. Got his bell rang, like you said. Oh boy, this is one of the captains.
Does have maybe like a gut, like one of his guts is like a bit out.
Just like a little bit of intestine popping out.
Yeah, it's just going,
He's gonna have to. Oh my god.
Does his gut come all the way out?
No, but he's gonna have to get rid of one of his stress boxes. He's gonna have to use his number 3 stress box.
Now we're even, motherfucker.
Wait, 7? You fucking clobber him. He's as far as you can tell, he's unconscious. He's on the floor, out. Maybe dead, maybe unconscious, you don't know.
Nice.
Good job.
Good job.
This is the second captain. Oh boy, that's the same thing. He's out too. Yep, so between you and Loxus, you just won 2 of them. Those guys are out. The nobody rebel, he's kind of looking like a boxer who got hit real good. Kind of waving back and forth. Don't do an interview with him right now. He's not going to make a lot of sense.
Those are the best interviews.
Those poor men. So yeah, the captains, boy, their body armor didn't do much good for them. Posa, you see Shakel just fucking ring these guys with a door with her telekinesis. What does your face look like when you're doing this, Danny? What's Shakel's face look like?
I don't have any like pupils or anything anyways, so like if my eyes rolled back in my head, you'd never be able to tell. I say I probably like furrow my brow and close my like eyelids, and like maybe like put a couple 2 fingers on my temple.
Okay.
Like the left temple.
Yeah.
Like
That's how you know
That's
you're
how you
using your
know.
telekinesis.
Nailed it. Posa, what do you want to do?
Susie, you and I spoke a couple days ago about a particular aspect of Posa, and I believe that she's gonna freeze. She freaks out.
fate point.
Like I see 2 guys go down. I see Loxus coming in, I see Shakel coming in, and I'm amazed, but I'm also fucking terrified, and I don't know what I can do because I don't have the power of Loxus and I don't have the power of Shakel, and so I'm just I'm thrown for a loop, and I
agree with. I believe that was Danny chanting fate point.
Yes.
I agree with Danny. Yeah. You're forfeiting your turn because you've basically frozen in your tracks. You don't know what to do. You're essentially shaking in your boots, maybe not literally, but figuratively. Take a fate point.
Okay.
Loxus?
Yes, ma'am.
You got 2 2 scrubs standing in front of you. They look very nervous.
I've heard that you might not want no scrubs.
Don't want no scrubs.
Scrub is a guy who can't get no love from me.
We don't need these. I mean,
The scrubs? We don't need them, no.
Did we kill the other guys? Did we kill the other guys?
You're not sure. They're out on the floor, as unconscious, dead. You're not sure. They're not.
Unconscious is fine.
Yeah, I mean, we're not murderers.
Right.
We don't need to make sure they're
Yes,
dead.
Right. Okay. Just double check.
You're not going to do like coup de grace, like, we've got them unconscious on the ground. Time to finish them off when they're
Gotta
helpless.
hold Loxus back.
Well, in that case, I mean, if they are looking pretty fucking terrified, I'd probably tell them to get their fucking faces on the floor and they're,
Okay.
fucking get down, assholes.
Yeah, roll me a forceful. We'll say that's forceful. Just trying to scare the hell out of them.
I'm imagining Locke's like pointing her batleth at their face also while she's saying this.
Oh yeah.
5.
Covered in blood.
Guts of their superiors.
Yeah.
Dripping.
Yeah.
5, let me just... Okay. That's a success. And it's not a success with style, but it is a success, so... You accomplish what you're trying to do, so they just fucking fall down. They don't like crumble, but they actually like slam their bodies to the ground and like put their hands out, where you can see them like just sort of straight out.
Right.
Like, no, this is a bad idea. We're so sorry.
Kick their weapons away. Fucking A. Jesus. God damn it.
I did the wrong voice for them. Hold on. Oh, we're so sorry. Oh, don't hurt us. Oh my God, don't hurt us.
That's not the way to get lots not to hurt you.
We'll tell you anything you want.
Stick your tongue out. Stick your tongue out.
Oh God. Oh man. So yeah, no, they're like, okay, and they stop talking. So you have two apparently unconscious or maybe dead because you haven't checked them, commander captain types, and two like shaking on the ground, wiggling like very scared Biplasian rebels. And you're out of combat. We'll say you're now out of combat. I did not make that hard
I
enough.
don't know, man. Like, I need immediate medical attention, so...
That's true. I mean, I was like, I want to make this hard enough where they could possibly lose. But then fucking locks us.
Dun, 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 dun.
I mean, what do? You let us whoop their ass.
That said, I do need immediate medical attention.
You actually do have a hypo spray on you that you could use to. It won't heal your consequence, but it will stabilize you to the point where maybe it just like medicates the pain and like does some surface level or minor recovery, so you're not limping or favoring it as much.
Okay.
So it was a mild consequence, right?
Yeah. Well, it was a mild consequence, and then my 3 stress.
Okay. So the stresses go away as soon as the combat's over. So if you took any stress damage, it's fine. You get it back.
So I don't have any stress anymore.
I slap her in the face. Get up!
Yeah, that's my stress now. Fuck, I have one more stress.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Dee Dee might just be performing at like a base level of 1 stress.
Yeah, all the time.
So you don't even have to go for a mild consequence. You don't really have to go to the sick bay. We just say you use your hyper spray on your hip.
Okay, well, I'm out of danger then, because I just had a mild consequence and 3 stress. So I don't need to go back to the ship. So I don't know if we want to just beam the boxes up and question these guys.
I do. I just want to question them right now about the pretty lady or whatever and their god. Like, I want those specific things. I don't want to ask them about fucking anything else because we know all that shit.
Okay. So you sort of rough one up. You kind of just tell him to tell you what he knows.
Well, I figure he's probably pretty roughed up.
Yeah.
All I need to do is like walk up and have a stern demeanor.
Okay.
This is me like recovering from being fucking freaked out and trying to not be freaked out. So yeah, I want to know about the lady, because if you don't tell us, we might kill you anyway. So if you do tell us, maybe you'll die, maybe you won't. I don't give a fuck. Tell us about Rebrog. We want to know all of that shit because something is going on and you're fucking attacking us.
They might know that Starfleet's not going to attack them, but I'm not sure.
Well, technically we did attack them.
I mean, we're not going to murder them.
Speak for yourself.
I mean, you defended yourself.
Accidents happen. We don't have chest cameras.
Starfleet's not, but fucking what's a Klingon going to do? Nobody knows.
Okay, so is that what you say to him?
Yeah.
Okay. Rebrog, he's the god of everything. He's the one true god. He's light, he's dark, he's good, he's evil. He's the one who used to guide our people.
It's impossible to tell, but I am rolling my eyes.
And I'm like waving my hand like, yes, come on, okay, go on.
That was a rhyme. Did anyone notice that?
I did. I didn't mean for it to be a rhyme. I was like, oops. The lady, she's beautiful. She leads us to bring us back to Rebrog.
Is she is she real? Can you touch her? Can you slap her? Like, is she just like some drug-induced fucking thing? Like, to give me more. I need more.
I wish I could touch her.
Ugh.
Oh, God.
Gross. Has anybody tried?
I mean, she touches who she wants.
Physically? Or, like, in my mind? Ooh.
I mean, no, she's a real person.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Finally, somebody with reason.
Is she Biplasian? Does she look like you?
Well, she's Biplasian, but she doesn't look like us.
How do you know she's Biplasian, then?
She looks like a Biplasian, except she's tall.
Where
She's so
is
tall.
she?
Oh, yes. Where is she?
I won't tell.
Where is she? Fucking tell me.
I won't
Step
tell.
on his hand.
No, fucking tell me.
I won't tell.
I give you a mental... I'm going to mentally, like, send this information to you. Step on his hand. Like, threaten him physically.
Okay. Yeah, I'll step on his hands or...
That's Starfleet protocol.
Hey, I don't see any fucking commanders here.
This is me trying to redeem myself for freaking out before. I'll step on his hand.
This is a violation of the 48th Convention. This is torture.
Motherfucker, you just blew the door open and started shooting at us.
Torture.
Tell me where the goddamn lady is.
Torture.
I'm gonna squat down. I'm gonna take my foot off his hand, so I'm not stepping on him anymore.
Okay.
I'm gonna squat down and get in his face, and then I'm gonna take my phaser out and just kind of play with it. Just kind of like, you know, this could be. Hold on. We could do this the easy way or the hard way.
This is why we don't want to join the Federation. 'Cause you're monsters.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around and be like, ladies, easy or hard?
I mean, we are Starfleet. We wouldn't torture them.
Uh-huh.
You know, but...
Sure.
I guess, I mean, maybe we could let them go if they tell us what we want to know.
Well, absolutely. I'm not going to keep them here and kill them if they tell us where the fucking lady is. Something's going to happen if they don't tell us where the fucking lady is.
The Biplasians have their own police force and
maybe
authorities.
We don't call the cops. Maybe we let them leave before the cops get here. I mean, I don't know if they heard that explosion.
You're kind of, I think I established that this is kind of out in the countryside, just where, like, not so much the country, but it's just sort of where town starts to, the busyness of town starts to fade away into kind of maybe like, even past suburbs, right? It's where everything is sort of just starts to, houses are much further apart. There's some fields, Biplasian horses in the backyards, things like that.
How big are Biplasian horses is what I want to know.
You know, that's a weird thing. They're actually 20 feet tall.
What?
20 feet? No.
Whoa! Shit!
How did they get up there?
They don't ride them.
Oh.
They're not for riding.
Okay, so I take Shakel's hint if that doesn't do anything for the Biplasian, and I, you know, I'm still squatting down in his face, and there's another one close by too, so I'll be looking in both of their faces, just mad dogging them, and I'm gonna say, she's probably right. I mean, we have a direct connection to the chief of the Biplasian coppers or whatever the fuck. We can contact them immediately while you are still here, and they will take you to jail just with the rest of your comrades. Or you can tell us one simple, easy little fact, and we will let you go back to your compound of crazy.
He smiles at you. He says, I'll make you a deal. You let us shoot you unconscious, and we'll take you back to the lady.
Oh my god.
I'm into it.
You're into it.
Okay. No, hold on. All of us?
Yeah,
No, one of us.
that's why we were here.
Well, no. Listen. They don't know I'm there yet.
That's true.
I didn't get to interact with them at all.
You never did. Mm-hmm.
So,
You're just kind of listening behind the door. Yep.
Ladies.
There's no way Shaq would agree to this. I would never, ever, ever do this.
Okay.
Not in 100,000 years.
Okay.
Wait, you said this is why you were here?
We were gonna come fetch you to bring you to the lady. But after shooting you, you can't be awake.
Why not?
The lady wanted us?
Because then you would see where the lady is.
Okay, wait.
What are you gonna do?
Susie.
Shoot us unconscious when we leave too?
Well,
Whatever.
Leave?
Anyway.
Nobody leaves after they meet the lady.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, Jesus, fuck.
Locks, what were you going to say?
Well, I'm just asking. Wait, the lady wanted to see us?
Well, I don't know if she wanted to see you or kill you. I don't know what her intentions were, but we were ordered to bring you back.
I'm going. I want to go to the lady.
Unconscious or dead?
Unconscious. Dick. It's me, or we do fucking kill you all because I'm so done with this.
Whoa.
I can't wait for you to write that report.
Again, I don't see any commanders around these parts, so we can write whatever report we want, my friend.
I'm gonna hit this motherfucker over the head with my phaser.
Just clunk.
If he's dead, if he's unconscious, though, that doesn't help us.
There's still another one.
Wait. I have a good idea.
And if he's not, I don't want to knock him unconscious. I'm
I
fucking
think we
pissed
should
off.
knock them both unconscious. I think we should stun both of them with phasers. I don't think we should have any conscious baddies on our hands.
Is Shakel saying this?
I think we should stun them both, and then we should try to science our way to the fucking lady. I don't think this is gonna work.
All right.
Scan our way to the lady.
They're not willing to take just one of us, apparently.
I feel like maybe Shaq could figure it out telepathically if we can't figure it out with scans.
Okay, I'm down.
So since I'm Vulcan, can I do the mind meld thing? If they're unconscious, can I be like, okay, knock them out, and then I'm gonna come and read their shit?
Can you mind meld an unconscious person?
Or, we could leave them conscious long enough for her to mind meld.
Oh yeah, she could just pop around the corner and be like, haha, motherfuckers!
Is that mind rape?
Surprise, bitches! Yes.
What did you say? What did you say, Heather?
I said, is that mind rape?
Yeah, it is.
It always is, babe.
We're okay with that?
Some mind melds. There are plenty of mind melds that are consensual.
In this case, it absolutely would be, because they're definitely not consenting to this.
Yeah, technically illegal.
Mm.
Okay, Locks.
What?
We all want consent. What is it that you want to do? I consent to being knocked out and taken to the lady, but nobody else does, which totally makes sense.
Okay, wait. Is one... They're not going to take one of us to the lady and let the rest of us hang, right?
Are you asking him?
Is that right, Susie?
I already did. I've already said I want to go. I'll go.
Our orders were to bring back all of the Starfleet scum.
How many?
All of you that are here. 1, 2, 3.
Ladies.
I can't do it. I cannot do this.
All right, then we knock them the fuck out and we do some mind melding shit.
Oh, God.
I can stun a dude who just tried to kill me, but I cannot allow a dude who just tried to kill me to stun me and take me somewhere that I don't know where it is. I can't do that.
Also, does Shakel have any reservations knowing your own oath that you took to not interfere with someone's mind against their will about this plan?
Totally. I'm not into the mind rape.
I mean, I don't think I'd do that. I don't think I'd mind rape them.
Then what the fuck are we supposed to do? Just let him go?
I don't know how Penny feels about it.
We're just gonna let him go?
You could call the cops.
What good would that do? It wouldn't do us any good.
Well, okay, here, hold on. We are Starfleet officers. We will call the cops. We're just waiting. We have a specific amount of time before we call the cops.
Okay.
We haven't called them yet. We're gonna call them. I'm not gonna allow myself to get knocked out and taken somewhere.
Posa's gonna stand up and walk kind of to the back of the room. I'm not gonna be in front of them intimidating them anymore.
Okay, so my stunt, does that work just on auras, or can I get more out of them? I'm around the corner, they don't know I'm there. Can I glean any other information?
No, the auras was just sort of what was relevant then. Read the stunt to me one more time. You can meditate.
Okay, because I'm in touch with my universal surroundings at all times, I get +2 when I carefully create an advantage by meditating to discover something about my surroundings.
Okay, so you'd be discovering something about your surroundings, so you'd be discovering an aspect of the surrounding. What were you thinking, what were you hoping to accomplish?
I don't know that I'd be able to get like a psychic type thing out of him because I don't have that, but I just, whatever.
The awareness is more like something that's maybe not necessarily obvious, but something that exists, or
Yeah.
it wouldn't make you aware of their thoughts, right? It would make you aware of what's actually happening in the situation.
Okay.
So.
I still feel like I want to do that, Joe, just to see if I can get anything
Okay.
off of what's happening, like something that I haven't noticed yet. So.
Sure, yeah. Give me
careful.
Is it a +2? Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and give me a careful roll then.
3.
Okay. You can tell that these rebels that are conscious, that they've been, I wouldn't exactly say brainwashed, but they've been convinced. Brainwash is too strong of a word. They weren't convinced against their will of anything. They were honestly convinced, earnestly and honestly, of what they believe in, and that they would die for the cause. And it's not because somebody has brainwashed them or taken over their minds. It's because they truly believe in their cause.
Just idiots.
Lox, what do you want to do? And as I say that to Loxus, I'm going to pull out my tricorder.
I was like, whoa.
Guys, get your head out of the gutter.
You paused for that exact reason. Shut up.
And I'm scanning the two unconscious captains to see if they're alive or dead, and then also see if they have any kind of communications equipment on them.
Oh, sure. Yeah, they are alive.
Okay.
They are very unconscious, and you probably have significant, like, skull fracture or concussion or something nasty, right? They do not have, as far as you can tell, any communication devices. No, like, they had phasers, and that's about it. Not a lot of fancy scientific equipment.
Fucks.
None, really, other than the phasers. So.
Okay.
And that sort of checks out with what you know about these rebels, right? As they are asking for a return to the old ways,
right.
The old god, before science took over their culture completely, 100%.
Well, I walked over to them, and and while I was scanning them, I picked up all their phasers. Nobody has a phaser within.
I mean, is there any way to track these guys, figure out where they came from, ask around, see where their haunts are? They're not gonna tell us where they're at, but I mean,
there's got to be a Starfleety way to do this.
Can't we say we're not gonna call the cops, let them go and follow them? I mean, something.
So you know that if you did hand them over to the authorities might have some sort of record about who they are. They might have police files or just civilian files, something like that.
Right. So if they had family, we could ask their family,
right.
Like, what the hell? Oh, they hung around this place. They, they're at the mall. They're a bunch of Moonies.
Penny, you are gripped with the most severe pain you've ever felt in your entire life.
Oh, hell.
Uh-oh.
This is going to catch up to me at some point.
It feels like your skin is on fire.
And then it all falls off.
It feels like your skin is being burned, and it's boiling, and it's blistering, and there's no amount of cold in the world that would relieve you from your pain. It's a type of pain that's so intense that it should bring you to your knees or just collapse entirely.
Yeah, it's like, not my knees. I'm fucking laying on the ground rolling, like, stop, drop, and roll this shit, and I'm scream, like, I can't hide myself anymore because I just have no control over anything. So I scream and I fall to the ground.
Penny's screaming in the other room.
Yeah.
Well, I got my tricorder out, so I guess I'll dash in there.
Penny is rolling around on the ground, screaming, and as far as you can tell, there's nothing. She's not, like, been attacked or on fire or anything. Like, she doesn't look like she's been injured in any way.
Well, if it's anything like the time it happened to us, it passes quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's fallen off?
So my skin's gonna fall off this time. Just like my skin's gone.
Does this mean we should just go up to the ship? I mean, that's what we should do. What we should do, if we were going to go ahead and follow the rules, is call the ship, take our research back, call the cops on these fools, and go back and regroup on the Komodo.
Are we going to tie him up or something?
So Penny, the pain stops.
Mm-hmm.
And you're able to catch your breath.
Okay.
I care less about going to the ship if Penny's not going to continue to scream.
Yeah, I'm not screaming anymore. I mean, I'm just shaky, like sitting there and shaky and
as you're sort of recovering, you notice that if you're like hugging your knees or anything, or any part of your exposed skin, if you touch it, it's like
leprosy.
It's like your entire layer of skin on your body is like a chameleon or snake skin.
Oh.
That needs to be shed, but it hasn't yet.
Barf.
So I need to shower and exfoliate then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hardcore.
In fact, if you could like find a piece on maybe your finger where the connection is the least least strong, the weakest, and you like start to peel it, and it's like peeling back like almost like a glove right off your hand, like you're peeling it and it just keeps going like one big unified piece of skin. Yeah, exactly like that. But imagine like really thick, like maybe like
several layers of Elmer's glue on your hand.
How pink is she underneath all that?
Jesus.
So pink.
What I immediately think of is the 1990s Earth film Goldmember, Austin Powers, where
Jesus Christ.
Goldmember is peeling flakes of skin off and saving them in a basket, like a little box.
Put it in the skin box, please. I'm peeling.
Oh my
So
god.
I'm distracted by that thought, and so I just sit there and peel my skin off, and
you can only go so far, right? Because your outfit prevents you from really really peeling. But what you've got right is like shreds of skin now just hanging off of you. Yeah.
And I'm like, save me from myself, and I'm gonna eat it, but I don't really eat it. Obviously, it's just from the movie.
Oh, that's just disgusting. Quickly, thank you. Save me from myself.
And you guys don't get the reference because you don't know.
Yeah, we're all just
Give you
confused.
such a look.
We don't.
I'm gonna help Penny. I'm gonna pick her up off the ground. She's standing now with me, and we're gonna like walk like my arm underneath her arm over my shoulder, like into the other room.
You just got like kind of like dead skin flapping against you as you walk in.
That's very, very gross.
And I'm like, Austin Powers, Goldmember, and you're like, no.
I just don't say anything to your comments. So I bring you into the other room where we all are, where Lox and Posa still are. They were concerned. So I show them that you're fine-ish. And I'm going to ask Lox again, like she's theoretically in command. She's not technically commander, but she is in charge of us. And just ask her what we ought to do, what she wants to do.
Loxus would, and you all know, would have the final say in this situation.
Oh, we should head back. With Penny all crazy, don't we? We should head back. We should head back.
I concur.
With all our shit.
Let's call the fucking authority.
Don't forget all the stuff.
Are we going to call the cops?
Yeah,
on
let's
these
call the
fools?
authorities. Call the appropriate authorities. Let's follow protocol. Do what we should do. We can come back and gather more information.
Are we going to wait for the cops to show up? Or are we going to tie these guys up somehow so they
Penny
don't leave?
needs to get the fuck back. If anybody else wants to stay here with me with these idiots until the authorities get here, that's fine. But I'm going to stay.
Well, if Shaq's already with Penny, then...
Yeah. Me and Penny are returning to the ship. We're bringing the Dr. Rialto research with us. We're letting Takov know what's up. But if Posa wants to, and it sounds like Lox is definitely going to hang until the authorities show up to take these rebels away and or help them not die, since I accidentally fractured some skulls.
Penny grabs a Slug Life picture with the hat and a monocle like the Monopoly guy, the 1990s Earth game, and I grab that picture and take it with me so that I have it because it makes me happy.
Posa's staying behind mostly just because I'm annoyed. I'm just gonna mope in the fucking corner like a bitch.
Okay. So, Penny and Shakel, you beam back up, and then Loxus and Posa, you call the authorities, and it actually only takes the local constable like 10 minutes to get to the scene.
Right.
And the constable walks in. He's got a jaunty sort of bobby cap, like the English police officers wear.
Yeah.
They kind of look like bells or whatever. And he's like, what happened here? Looks like a rebel attack.
And Lox is really super happy she stayed behind.
Jesus.
I'd love to get your report on what happened here.
Oh my god, I'm gonna
He flips out a book.
I'm totally gonna write it up and send it to you, man.
Oh, okay, that works too.
Great. Great.
Well, we got it from here. And another Biplasian officer comes in and they start zip tying him up, and they'll
I immediately... Alright, 2 to beam up.
Alright, are you all back on the ship now then?
Do you want to do anything else down there?
Nope, Posa's just moping.
Did you get beamed up without your consent, Posa?
Alright, so Penny and Shakel are in Med Bay, right, since they were only slightly ahead of you. So they're there with Dr. Celia Mackenzie. And if you want to find them, that's where they are. And she's doing Penny. She's doing all sorts of scans on you. She's trying to figure out if there's anything she can find out. She knows she probably can't because she needs to scan you when it's happening. But she's taking a look at your skin and she's helping you peel it off. And she's rubbing lotion on your soft, new, like pink skin that hasn't seen the light of day yet. So it's a very it's just the palest pigment that it can possibly have for your type of skin.
Does she have like a tiny little like towel wrap thing that's like metallic and looks really uncomfortable and nobody would actually wear it?
Right, yeah.
I look like a baked potato, like an actual baked potato.
And she scans Shakel a little bit too and asks you, whoa, that was a Biplasian voice.
That's not what she sounds like.
Did anything happen to you also?
I did get a phaser to the hip here, but I did some field medicine on it.
Well, let me finish that up for you.
Thank you.
And she puts you on the bed and
Takes your pants off.
I'm in the front zip, so it's like a whole thing.
Yeah, she puts you in a space blanket and heals up your wounds with the medical tricorder or whatever, the hypo spray. She gets out the proper hypo sprays and the future fake skin, slaps it on you. Penny, you're really good to go too. She's just got a lot of skin to peel off, and you could probably if you're really careful, you could peel it off carefully, like opening a present so the it doesn't rip and you can reuse it later.
Yep.
You could probably if you're really careful, you could peel off your skin and keep it in a human shape for later.
Oh, that would be amazing.
I'm wondering what a sonic shower would do to that skin, because that uses like vibration or whatever. Could you just could you sonic shower that off like a nightie? Just crawl out of it?
Just shimmy out of it.
Unclog the drain.
That would be great. If I can do that, I definitely want to do that. No drains.
Is there a drain in a sonic shower though?
Like one of those tub shrooms that they have that catch everything so that nothing goes down the drain. I want one of those in the sonic shower and just shimmy out of my skin suit.
I'm still unclear about if there is a need for a drain in a sonic shower since it's not water.
When you're getting cleaned, where does the dirt go in a sonic shower?
Can you just recycle it like a replicator?
Does it just go into the air and then get consumed by the filter system, like the HVAC?
You eat it later.
Yeah, you eat it later.
Yeah, I think it's like your shits.
Yeah.
Well, just go back into just the matter gets transferred back into energy that makes your food and stuff.
Yeah.
So you guys can eat me later. That sounds exciting. Nope, I'm keeping my skin. You can't have it.
I was gonna say we are eating each other's shit all the time, so it's not a big deal.
That's very true.
So you bring the notebooks back up. They're in, I guess, like there's probably a side room in engineering where they do their research.
Maybe in Shimoda Corner.
Yeah.
There you go.
Posa's either going to take those things there or she's going to go with them.
Yeah, I'd say as soon as I got my clothes back on after getting my hip healed, I'd immediately go to engineering and start working on it.
Okay. You can just start working on it. I'm not going to make you roll for it, but it is going to take you some time to go through the notes. Yeah, maybe might take you a week or so to go through these notes.
Can I get an intern?
Oh yeah, you can get an ensign to help out, no problem. Yeah. The captain will assign you an ensign or two to help you crunch the data, get it all uploaded into the system, take a look through it, read all his work.
Can I get Kipper? The one that...
Oh yeah, Ensign Kipper. Oh yeah. You're working with Kipper in Shimoda Corner, and he's just sort of scrolling through the data, and he looks over it and he goes, so you work with Loxus, right?
Yes, sir. Sir, I do.
She's pretty cool, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
You gonna ask her out?
Posa's just laughing.
No, man, she's way out of my league.
True story.
True story.
Well, you can let her know that I got more holodeck time if she needs it.
We're gonna need it. Of that I am sure, son. So go give me those notebooks over there.
Yes, ma'am. And he smiles and walks over and gets you some stuff, and you keep working on it. You take all the notes. You learn a lot. What he had been doing was a lot of work with Tetrion. He was doing a lot of, what did I say? It was subspace spectrum. Yeah. And he was doing a lot of work on Tetrion too, right? Tetrion doesn't exist in standard space where all of you exist. It exists in subspace. And when Tetrion comes into regular space, it's very unstable. He had been doing a lot of research also on people who have encountered things like wormholes, black holes, space-time anomalies, anything that was, obviously not standard space. Whatever the fuck that means in Star Trek. There's so much non-standard space in Star Trek. You find some research he had done on people actually sort of one part astrophysics, one part medical research on some people who had gone through an unstable wormhole and then had managed to return successfully before it collapsed. And what he discovered was that the process didn't alter their DNA. It actually just slapped on a bunch of Tetrion into their like on the fiber of their beings. So you're thinking that this might be what's going on. You are now laden with Tetrion, and you need to find a way to get rid of it.
Barf.
Just barf it up. Easy.
Your best bet is probably to take it to the doctor.
Right.
And have her help you.
Yeah.
I do that.
So you take it to the doctor, and she's actually really excited. This is the most interesting thing she's seen in a long time. I wish I could have gotten to know Dr. Rialto. He seems like an amazing man. I haven't had enough drinks to do my Scottish accent, my terrible Scottish accent. So she does a little bit more research, and she realizes that you need an enzymatic induction, and that will stabilize and remove the Tetrion from your systems. The Tetrion was just ripping your systems apart since it's not supposed to be in standard space. So it was doing things like making your teeth fall out, making your skin fall off, making your hair fall out, right? It was making your entire body very unstable. So she calls you all in, and she gives you these inductions that will remove the tetrion radiation from your systems. And it's really as easy as that. She removes this tetrion radiation from your bodies, and she's like, well, that should be it.
Thanks, Doc.
Yeah, and so as far as you know,
we're good to go.
Okay, so we don't find anything pertinent out about how to find another unstable wormhole or black hole or whatever. Like it's all well and good that we're not going to lose our teeth anymore, but I also want to get the fuck back to where we belong.
Dr. Rialto did have a lot of research about anomalies that he's researched that people dealt with. None of them sound exactly like what you went through, but it is a good starting point. You could probably interface it with the Federation's database and start looking up strange anomalies that might match yours.
I think given Shakel's situation in this universe where I have trouble interfacing with technology to the same degree that I did in the universe I came from, I think that makes me want to get back to the first universe that I came from.
You were experiencing a significant disability because of this.
Adventures we continue to go on, or like whatever happens next, all my free time, I'm in engineering, pouring through. I'm going through everything to see what I can figure out to try to get back home.
Posa's either helping or getting drunk.
I mean, there's some getting drunk too. After a day of unsuccessful research, what the fuck else am I gonna do? Do we follow up with the biplasians, or do we not give a shit about them anymore?
I want to know who the lady is.
So I will tell you that it's been a week. Starfleet has actually, you guys are kind of consumed with dealing with your medical thing. Maybe Loxus has she's not really as involved in the research, so she might have some more free time. But Posa and Shakel are definitely working hard on this research. I don't know, Penny, you're a linguist person, so maybe you're like also just sort of kicking it, doing regular Starfleet work. But I would say about 3 days after, 3 days after you get back to the ship, Starfleet has concluded its routine checkup on biplasian adherence to pending members to the Federation, and they did not pass because of the whole Rebrog rebel thing. So the Federation wants the biplasians to work on this particular situation before they will admit them to the Federation fully. But their application is still under review, and Starfleet's happy to help within whatever way they can, but scheduled to set sail away from
I never need to go back there and talk to
we really don't have any skin in that game anymore now that we're not physically on the planet, so it sucks to leave like a loose end in a story, but we wouldn't go back, right? We wouldn't care unless Posa was obsessed.
Posa desperately wants to know. After all of that bullshit, plus it's like a species she doesn't know anything about, blah, blah, blah.
Well, the captain will tell you that it is no longer the Komodo's concern in particular, and therefore it's no longer the concern of the crew of the Komodo. She does tell you that she will keep you apprised of any future situation where perhaps the Komodo could go back, interact with the planet and the government again. Next time the checkups, due, they'll probably send the Komodo again. So
Posa is convinced that she's being patronized and is like, yeah, sure.
the captain will just arch a brow and say, "What? Dismissed."
I do a salute like real fucking shitty, just like salute.
She says, "That's the best salute I've seen out of you, Lieutenant."
God damn it!
just like the entire week have been walking around like it puts the lotion on the skin. Like,
She's asking people. She's like, you guys want to come see my skin? You want to come see my skin?
Oh, wow.
Come check out my skin.
I'm making a pin about this aspect, and like later on, whenever we go to her quarters, we're gonna like see it like set up at her dining room table, like it's been served a meal.
God.
yes.
Hey everybody, this is Danny, and you have been listening to Mammary Alpha. Your host would like to thank Smelly Tooth for our theme song and Roll Music for various other musics on the podcast. You can find us online at mammaryalpha.com or on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Mammary Alpha. You can find our other projects and our Patreon at postrepost.com.